And so the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, is just broken his silence. So I want you to take a little time and watch what he has to say about the current situation of this country.
Huo uhuru walipigania kwa second liberation tunausimamia kikamilifu. Kikamilifu. Na hakuna mtu ambaye amezuiwa kusema yale anataka kusema, atembee barabara, apige duru zake, aseme. Na ningependa niseme, leo hii hatupigani kama hawa ati kutafuta uhuru, lakini tunataka kupambana na yale maovu ambaye yako mbele yetu, ambaye inatukumba, ambaye inatuzuia kama nchi kwenda mbele. Utengamano na ukabila, ukosefu wa umoja kati ya watu na viongozi, ufisadi ambao umekuwa mwingi. Mambo haya ndiyo sisi tungependa kushirikiana na Wakenya tupambane naye. Kwa sababu tukipambana na haya, yes, tutabadilisha maisha ya Wakenya. Mheshimiwa, na mimi usiseme na kuingilia, sikuingilii, lakini umesema ya kwamba hawa wazee wamepigania uhuru, na mimi nataka kusimama hapa mbele yenu niwaambie, hata nasikia wengine wanataka sasa kupanda ndege warudi waanze kusepa, waendelee. Hiyo ndio uhuru yao. Lakini ombi langu kwa hawa ambao wanatafuta hii uhuru na ambao wako naye, jameni, tumieni huo uhuru kueneza amani na umoja kati ya Wakenya. Tumieni huo uhuru kueneza na kupambana na vita kati ya ufisadi. Tumieni huo uhuru kutafuta justice. Then we can say that that is the legacy that we are fighting for, that was left for by these great old men who we are saying kwa heri tu. Lakini kama kelele ni perere tu na hakuna kitu ambaye inalete, well, hiyo pia ni uhuru. Hiyo pia ni it's freedom. And it is guaranteed. Tunaweza kuendelea, lakini hiyo haitapambana na umaskini. Hiyo haitajenga hospitali. Hiyo haitajenga barabara. Haitajenga shule. Haitapatia vijana hawa wetu kazi. Haitarudisha kahawa yetu. Haitarudisha majani chai yetu. Yale ambaye ataturudisha ni kutumia huo uhuru, that freedom, to articulate issues that can make life better for ordinary citizens.
So what the President Uhuru Kenyatta is saying is just a common story which you have been hearing from the politicians. And actually, during his reign, during his regime, we remember life was not easy. You know, people cried. We have people died. We have people who went bankrupt. So we have people abducted. We have also every of these yeah. So every of this everything that the politicians are talking about is just the same, you see. And if you took a very little time and watch the president talk, there's one thing you will realize, that the president is not free in expressing this issue that is happening in this country. And the reason why this is not free, he knows that he is part of the system that started this thing, and it's not very easy to end it. He knows. And of course we know very clear that the political class are the one leading this nation to its collapse. You see. So when they sometimes come and collide, and whatever they speak as a citizen, you need to understand it is a political game, because politicians never hate each other. Political class, there is no hatred. There is a game. And the game of divide and rule is this leader will speak this way and the other one speak this way, so that there is a collision amongst the people. So you start saying, oh, Ruto is right, or somebody is wrong, or somebody is this, and that is basically what you call divide and rule. So as an ordinary Kenyan, when you talk about poor governance, we mean the leader is representing himself. The leader is not accountable. I had the president say, I think I had a clip and I'll play it. Is it here or maybe the next video? I'll edit that video for you. The president said, in a very minor edit, I mean not edit, auditing. They have done a very minor auditing, and they have realized that they have recovered billions of money. A mere auditing. So one of the questions that we ask ourselves, the noble people, is what if Gen Z did not stand and say, you know what, the finance bill must drop? You know, what if we could only shut up after a finance bill has been cancelled? What if, just ask yourself that very question. So it means we could have not realized all these things, you see, and which means if we will not still put insert more pressure, there's a lot of things we will not still understand, you see. Finally, let me say this. I sometimes get myself confused. Why should a politician always, or let me say those who have those who are in the political class, why do you want to press people? Why do you want to lie to people? Why do you always, like, even if people don't want it, you will just still give it to them. Even if we don't want it, you are still pushing it to us. Like you know, right now we are talking about Ruto, we don't need promises, but these guys pushing promises. Why are you pushing things people don't want? And now, one of the things we know, a lie that is repeated, it becomes the truth. So that is the game Ruto has mastered. He has to repeat, those are goons, or those are bad people, or those are goons, those are anarchists, these treasoners. That is what. He has to repeat something until it is in the people's brains. And those are politicians. So what Uhuru is saying is not far different from what he did. You see, and trust me, the movement of Gen Z will put this Africa in order. Yeah, I know so many young guys will die. Yes, I know properties are going to be lost. But trust me, Uhuru, what you started was wrong. Ruto, what you're doing is wrong. And the former leaders, you can remember Moi. Moi was a dictator above the law. Whatever he speaks, you have to abide by. That's it. And so, Moi came and he used a very simple arithmetic, and he said, free education, akili vitu zipande. And that's what they're using up to now. You see, lies. We don't want lies. Oh, Ruto comes, lies. Hey, this game is supposed to end. We are supposed to understand at this moment that people have gone to school, we are learned. Now we need something different, you see. And even education, we need to amend the education system. Because now, if you educate students, if today you are educating a student, you are a teacher, and you are a lecturer, and you are telling a student that after school you are getting a job, are you really normal? That if you get these credentials, you're going to get a job. When you are the first class owner, you are going to be paid this amount of money. When you know very clear that this one is not going to happen. Or maybe it might be happening when a student is in class. So once he graduates, that opportunity has been monopolized. It's no longer there. So what does that tell you as a teacher? We need to change the way we talk to the students. Actually tell them the truth. You see? I think that one will a bit help. Well, once you tell a student life is going to be easy once you get this grade. A student, toils and moils to get the grade you told him or her. So once they get the grade, they expect change. So if they don't get what you told them, you see, there's a disappointment. So don't put students into fake, unreliable, unfulfillable promises, which at the end of the day, if they will not find it, they are going to be very, very dangerous to the parents, to the teachers, to the government, and to themselves. Inamaanisha nini? We are going at the end of the day fight against each other if you're not very careful. Yeah. Kama uko na simu kama hii na mwenzako hana, munapigana. Yeah. You fight against each other because opportunity has been monopolized. You see, and the people want to be others. They are copying ideas. So if I'm doing better than them, they fight. You see, that is what is going to happen. And so politicians, stop lies. You see, stop lying. Stop creating castles on the air. You can see right now the nominated CSS who are now being interrogated in parliament. You can physically feel, mentally and spiritually feel that these people are not ready for this job. They are not reliable for this job. If you ask me why, the way they are answering those questions tells me how unreliable they are going to be in executing their duties to the citizens in their various ministries. So, stop lies. Kenyans, wake up. Find what you can do. Learn cooperation. Grow. You see, the point is growth. Yes, we can say today Ruto is home. Now somebody has come. Do you think everything is going to move smoothly? It's until people learn the art of no job. You see, people have to learn that, do you know what? No job. If your parents did not create a job for you, therefore no job. And if at all you want a job, there is one thing the leaders must do. And what is that? The politicians must look for investors. And these investors must come to our country. And when they come to our country, they have to invest in our country for you to be employed by those investors. You see, so when they come to Kenya and start the business, maybe somebody in Kenya could have started, so which means there's a monopolization of, you know, those jobs, the opportunities being monopolized. So if I intended to start a job of filming and we have a Hollywood in Kenya, what does that tell me? I will be swallowed by Hollywood, you see. So we need to be like, we need to know what we really want and which kind of change we want. And if it is about employment, then you have to change the school system. If it's about governance, speak the truth. Period. If you have to abide by these simple things, then we can save this country. If you don't know how to play around with these things, we'll have a long way to go. People are going to keep on dying. Drought will always kill us. You know, hunger will always kill us. We'll always import goods, food, you know, opportunities. There will be labor, transportation. I call it human trafficking. You will be trafficked. There's an organization in the US right now that is buying people. Yeah, when you are bored, the kidney is going to be taken. and you know, there's a lot of stuff is going to happen to your life. Remember, the only person who has advantage is the one who can create an idea and implement the idea for their advantage and the advantage of those they love around them. So let's wake up to certain reality. Not this what our leaders, our former president is talking about, and other leaders like Ruto, who is walking from village. No, Ruto is, I don't know how can I call it. This guy is controlled by a certain evil spirit. I don't, but I just feel it. Like it's pressing over things that until you wonder, is this a leader or just but a small kid or a MCA? Because it's walking deeper into a very small village in a circumcision area. They want to represent, you know, nimekuja hapa, niona mnafanya vizuri, mtakula kuku, nimepeana 1 million, alafu hii area nataka tutenge masoko. MCA waka, nafu nyinyi mna walking to, you are supposed to preside over national affairs. Now you have gone to local affairs where the MCAs, where the governors, where the MPs are supposed to govern. That is the area where they're supposed to be known. Now you want to be known there because of your political interests, and we know that. So until we stop this kind of politics, then the country is going to heal. One last word to one guy who is persistently telling guys on how the government is eating his own people, the one and only Kasmuel. Kasmuel, I want to tell Kenyans, those who listen from my TV, I'm not politically affiliated, but I can understand leadership. Kasmuel amesema mwenyewe is a crowd chaser. You see? So he's talking to gain popularity. That is the same case Ruto did. That is what he's doing, and we can see his leadership. So we should differentiate noisemakers, cloud chasers, and leadership. If Kenyans are not able to define leadership, we're going to put this kind of nuisance in the government, and we are going to be the same people crying. And then we'll wallow. We don't want English. Now umesha vote in. Let me tell you this. I know Kenyans are wise enough to know which kind of leadership we want right now. People who tell you like this person is eating you. And if I come and tell you, you know what? This person is looting from you, so you should be very careful. And I go. Now you love this person or you hate the other person. What if this is propaganda? What if that is a political statement that I am using? You see, so we need to just keep your eyes open like this and understand things. You see, we know what politicians are doing, but they're doing good. That is their job, to be politicians. They have to lie. That is their job. You see, but now this guy anajaribu kupiganisha Wakenya na viongozi, kupiganisha Wakenya na Wakenya wenzao. Unaelewa? Now you want us to feel like nobody is taking care of us. So do you think you are going to take care of us? That is what Sakaja was famous, but you see what he has done. Nothing. He's only repairing things. You see that? So as a Kenyan who is very noble learned, we have to widen our eyes and see the kind of noisemakers we have and the kind of leaders we have, so that we can categorize them in the best group, so that when they talk, we know these are noisemakers, and when leaders are talking, we know how to pay attention. So let's be very, very careful with such kind of liars, with such kind of people who are making noise to confuse us from focusing on the right path to the glory that we want Kenya to experience. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in the next video.